What's up everybody, welcome back to What It's Like. My name's Matt.
And I'm Heber.
And about 2 months ago, this whole virus kind of kicked off in China. And then a month ago, we made a video describing what it's like to be here in China. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with our new latest videos.
So now, 2 months into this whole coronavirus pandemic, we can look at how things have changed. Where once China had the most coronavirus cases, now America does, and several other countries are struggling to battle this pandemic. So we decided to go in and look at how things have changed here and what you guys and the rest of the world can expect in the upcoming weeks and months.
Exactly, so ride along with us to the city of Beijing as we show you what it's like.
Here at this local supermarket just a few short weeks ago, and as you can see, things have dramatically changed since then. While back then the stores were constantly trying to keep up with the new demand and reload everything, now the boxes and crates are just a reminder of what things were like just recently. In fact, if you look around, what was once extremely bustling and busy is now basically what it used to look like before the outbreak. And while everybody's still wearing masks, even guards and people can constantly see pulling them down in kind of a casual, nonchalant sort of way.
So here we are at a hair cutting place where basically the door is wide open and ready for people to start coming in for business, which is great news. Not only that, but we're seeing that school has an announcement date of when they'll go back. A lot of stores are back open and things are looking really positive. It's been about 2 months since the start of the virus to date, and we're seeing major progress.
Where once just recently nobody was using the subway, here we are today, and it's quite crowded. Not as crowded as it was before the outbreak, but here most people are finding themselves comfortable with using this form of public transportation. It's still sanitized once an hour. There are, however, guards that do walk around and make sure that everybody is wearing a mask. So I better get on this.
All right, so here we are in downtown. There's a lot of sweet buildings here. This is kind of the center financially for Beijing and probably even lots of China. As you can see, there's tons of people driving their cars. There's not as many people as you would expect to be back on the streets, but there still are more people out on the streets, which is great news. I did get honked at for not wearing my mask, so it's important to still be wearing your mask. Also, people are going back to work. You'll notice there's a lot of city workers. A lady came and cleaned our house today. And lastly, the bike system is back in action. It's not at 100% where everyone's renting bikes again, but you'll see a lot more people riding bikes. One of the ironic parts is that at first everyone had a little bit of hostility towards Chinese people, saying, you know, they kind of started this sickness thing. But now we are the foreigners in China, and they've locked out a lot of foreigners from returning. And there's a little bit of hostility towards us. Not bad, there's no persecution by any means, but you can feel that, you know, the eyes are on us just a little bit more than normal.
So spring is finally here, and it's nice to see a lot of the changes, what with the coronavirus and everything kind of dampening the mood. One of the things that has stayed the same is the stringent security at the community gates. Nobody's allowed to enter and exit without a Chuluchi, which is basically a card ID pass saying that you belong there.
So as we mentioned in the last video, in Beijing there's a system in place basically for food delivery. There's a company called Waimai, and it's an army of people on mopeds who deliver food from restaurants to your house for virtually nothing. It's so cheap and so effective, and that was booming for the last few months, and it's still doing very well. It's a very well-established company. However, but since things are starting to get back to normal, you'll notice that there's a lot more of these Waimai riders waiting around for orders. It's just not as busy. So that's significant because it tells us that people are going back out to eat at restaurants.
As you can see, a lot has changed for the better. Believe it or not, we have toilet paper and we have food, and we have not been locked up inside our apartment for 2 months.
Absolutely. You know, as bad as it's been for everybody, it hasn't been too bad. We've been able to get everything that we've needed. We've been able to find good, wholesome entertainment. So it's definitely not unmanageable.
While it is a little bit of a pain and figuring out jobs is definitely complicated, we should know that this is just a short-term thing and it will be over. This is not the end of the world, and you can expect in the next coming months things will start to calm down and cool off, and pretty soon things will start coming back to normal.
Thanks for watching.